Welcome, everyone, to another episode of What Exit Jersey Stories. I'm your host, Nick Franco, and with me, as always,
Pete Riario.
What's going on, Pete?
Not much, to tell you the truth. I'm enjoying the winter wonderland that is outside right now.
Yeah, this is a bizarre snow, I have to say.
It was only like a coating.
It's a couple of inches here so far.
Oh, really?
But here's the bizarre part. Like, the sidewalks and streets are clear.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised it got that much. Here, it's barely an inch. I'd say about an inch.
Yeah, no, it's a little more, and it's, like, still coming down, but it's not, like, sticking to, like, surfaces other than grass, it seems.
Right. It's attracted to grass. Yeah. Oh, look, even Chris says it's same with, there's the same amount. Yeah, it's snowing out here too, but it's not, hey, Stu.
Hey, Stu, how's it going? Stu from Stewing It.
That jacket looks very, like, warm and comfy and,
yes.
temperatures and
either that or that's his, like, Sith garb, like,
oh, yeah, right.
Stu's going to give Order 66, which actually brings us to our subject today, actually.
Oh, yeah. Might as well.
Yes, it's Order 66 from Star Wars. No, we're going to talk about something called General Order Number 4. Now, today is February 13th. So, does General Order Number 4 have something to do with the Super Bowl or the superb owl?
That's that Charms Lollipop owl, right?
Yes.
How many licks does it take to get
3?
And do owls have tongues that they can lick a lollipop?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I think they do have tongues, but I don't think it juts out exactly like.
I mean they have to. I mean they're a bird; they have a beak and a tongue,
Yes, but it's nothing about the superb owl or the Super Bowl. Does it have something to do with Valentine's Day?
Boy,
as tomorrow is the 14th.
I'm stumped because it could be either of these, like something to do. I've never heard anything associated with the Super Bowl in that terminology. So, it has to be Valentine's Day, right?
And you would be wrong. It has nothing to do with either of those.
It was a red herring.
Yes, because that's what's for dinner today. Every superb owl party has to have red herring.
Led me down one path, and when the reality was,
Yes,
it's like those video games when you chuck the rocks and the sentries like looking over in the bushes, and it's like, nope, just me. Go on anyway.
Well, anyway, yeah. Once upon a time in New Jersey history, post World War II, we actually did something as a state of in the state of New Jersey in 1947. Do you know what we did?
In 1947, did we manufacture goods for the war effort?
No, well, again, the war's over.
Oh, what am I talking about? The war ended in 1945.
Over.
Yeah, I'm still waking up, obviously.
you need some of the coffee Chris was talking about before.
Yeah, I know. And I was about to pour myself some, and I didn't get to it. So, okay, 1947, huh? Did it have anything to do with steel manufacturing?
No, it did not.
No. I don't know. I'm stumped. I want to know, though, so I can educate.
Okay, in 1947, for the first time in, let's see, how many years? Since, like, 103 years, New Jersey changed their constitution.
Oh, I did not know this. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize. And that's the current constitution that we actually go by in the state of New Jersey. It's the Constitution of New Jersey of 1947.
And what amendment was made there?
Well, there was a bunch of things in there, but there was one particular little part of Article 1 under the rights and privileges that actually had a ripple effect on the whole United States.
Oh my, okay.
But before we get to that, the person that was the governor of New Jersey at that time was Alfred E.
Newman.
Yes. No, you've gone mad, sir.
Who was it?
I knew you would do that.
It was so predictable, right?
I know. No, but it was Alfred E. Driscoll. Tell me something that you know about Alfred E. Driscoll that we've already talked about.
Okay, I know this. Right before you hit the Jersey Shore, you will be on the Driscoll Bridge.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like Governor Driscoll was one of the people behind the New Jersey, the Garden State Parkway and New Jersey Turnpike. He was the guy, like, kind of trying to get things going with those two things. And yes, the Driscoll Bridge, when we had our Garden State Parkway episode, is that huge freaking bridge going over the river there, the Raritan. And actually, and remember, that's the most lanes on a bridge.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, most automobile lanes on a bridge.
We probably brought that up in that episode. I just don't remember.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up, because I remember that from the episode.
Crazy. Huh.
I forget how many total lanes it is, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
But okay, so we have Governor Driscoll, and New Jersey's going to have a new constitution. And in Article 1 of our Constitution, paragraph number 5. We haven't
gotten playing along at home with, like, they've unfurled their 1947 auctioned off Constitution. They're like feverishly running their finger down to All right, give me a second, Nick. Paragraph 5. Here we go. And what does it state, Nick?
Okay. No person shall be denied the enjoyment of any civil or military right, nor be discriminated against in the exercise of any civil or military right, nor be segregated in the militia or in the public schools because of religious principles, race, color, ancestry, or national origin. That's a lot of words.
It is.
For one sentence that's, a paragraph, paragraph 5. So what do you get from this sentence?
What do I get from that sentence? As far as, I think, building a, a militia, is that the role? I mean, it's stated there.
Yeah, it's the militias.
As far as organizing militias, right?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The militias, before we actually had, before the U.S. actually was the U.S., and before we actually had a full-on continental army in the Revolutionary War, we were made up of militias.
Right.
That's what, which were local, groups of, people that would take arms for that area. But now let's get again, 1947. We're not dealing really with militias. It's just because of prior constitutions, you're still dealing with a little bit of that that word. But what they're really talking about is the actual military, and they're talking about the local military. What would be the local military for New Jersey?
Our police force.
No, they are not the military.
I was saying, no, not, what technically, not when I say technically, I mean, literally the military, as far as enforcement, law enforcement. You're saying in defending, it would be the National Guard, would it not? I mean,
there you go. Yeah, New Jersey's National Guard. Oh, by the way, we have Dino saying hello from exit 138. And we have my cousin Julie saying hello. Hey, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hey, Dino.
And Dino.
Well,
thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Well, okay, so we're talking about now the New Jersey National Guard. So what is it about the National Guard here? Well, basically, you can't be discriminated against for your religious background, your race, your color, your ancestry, national origin. Wait a second. Let's go back to World War II. Did ever hear of like the Tuskegee Airmen?
Yes, there's actually been movies about the Tuskegee Airmen and
Yeah.
documentaries. Yeah.
Hmm. What? Who were the Tuskegee Airmen? What was one of the main factors of the Tuskegee Airmen?
Did it have something to do with the Enola Gay and or no, with the Tuskegee Airmen? Or
No,
do I
no,
have that
no.
wrong, right? No, but it was they were all African Americans
Yes, they were.
on the
It was a complete
that were
African
enlisted.
American contingent, like
Right.
of fighter pilots.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: in World War II, we still had segregation in the army.
Yeah, which is crazy to think.
So basically, white troops would not be in the same garrisons, battalions, or whatever as African American troops. We actually had separate, armored divisions for like white and African American troops.
Hmm.
So you're only going back a couple of years. Now New Jersey comes out with this cockamamie constitution that's saying, hey, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
And yes, and rightfully so.
Mhm.
Yeah, it really made no sense to actually, be segregated. You're all part of the same country.
Exactly.
You're all fighting for the same rights and things in this
Yep.
in this war. So, why be segregated?
Hmm.
Well, New Jersey, took this idea and said, okay, sure, our National Guard should not be segregated. Well, there were some problems because technically the National Guard, even though it was part of New Jersey, it fell under the state of New Jersey, also fell under the actual U.S. military umbrella as well.
Right. In fact, the National Guard is under the umbrella of the Department of Defense. If you
Right.
look that up. Hmm.
Right. So now you have a bit of a conundrum. You have this great idea that New Jersey's military, our National Guard, should not be segregated. But at the same time, you still have laws on the books for the Department of Defense that actually continues segregation. And now here comes a fun part. New Jersey was commissioned to actually organize the 372nd Anti-Aircraft Artillery Group. And because of still segregation, you would have to be either it would be an all-white contingent or it would be an all-African-American contingent. And the U.S. military is like, okay, this is going to be an entirely African-American division. The 372nd Anti-Aircraft Artillery Group will be African-Americans. But now, okay, you've got conflicting orders here. So, in fact, and again, I'm using the terminology of the time, and I'm in these quotes here. I'm not saying this myself, but okay, Colonel Donald McGowan, who is the deputy. What is it? I'm trying to remember how to say this word. Adjutant General.
Okay.
Of the New Jersey National Guard said the organization of the National Guard with respect to colored units of the National Guard was governed by War Department policy as contained in the Gillum Report, which basically said, hey guys, this is still covered under the U.S. military. Now, we had this new constitution, so okay, New Jersey's going to push back. So, a lot of also other organizations also got on board with this, like a lot of like civic organizations, including New Jersey's Military Affairs Committee, and they pushed back against forming the 372nd, comprising it only of African American soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Now, you also had, so you had Governor Driscoll, for this. You had now the New Jersey Military Affairs Committee. You actually had a couple of other people with the New Jersey military. Major General Clifford R. Powell, who was commander of the New Jersey National Guard, and Brigadier General James I. Bowers, the Adjutant General of New Jersey National Guard. So they're all pushing now for desegregation of the New Jersey military.
Very interesting. Yep.
Now, okay. So on October 24th of 47, Driscoll reported to the committee that General Power is organizing the headquarters of the group as a mixed unit composed of both white and colored officers, and has eliminated the segregation of Negro units in separate armories. Basically, Driscoll was putting his foot down.
Mm-hmm.
Like a month and a half later, he actually says all of our citizens must be given the opportunity to enlist in the New Jersey units of the National Guard and participate in any of its activities for which each individual is considered qualified. So it didn't matter your background and that, as long as you were qualified, you're welcome to be part of New Jersey's National Guard and not be broken up into these separate units. So, they're pretty progressive for that time, given, a couple of years after World War II, where we still had segregation. So, again, the big thing standing in the way was still the United States Army.
Yeah.
And, and the War Department still saying that no, the whole U.S. military, these are the rules. You got to go by it. So Driscoll, he wrote a couple of more letters here, and what was happening was the things were getting, if you want to say, punted down the road to, it's like, he was going out to the higher ups, and it was getting pushed down the line rather than staying there where they had to deal with it.
Right.
So the issue was delegated to Secretary of the Army Kenneth C. Royal, who replied to the governor in January. It's like, the organization of your state militia and policies pertaining to it are wholly the responsible of the state of New Jersey. However, the organization of the Army of the United States, of which the National Guard is a part, has been governed by established policies which have been applied uniformly to both regular and civilian components. An analysis of the important matter has been undertaken by the staff in order to produce a sound solution. So basically, we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And the governor wasn't impressed with that either.
Right. I wonder why.
It's like, I wonder why. Okay, the same guy that pressed, hey, we should have this like big road called the Parkway,
Yep.
and the Turnpike. Yeah, we should also have based on our new constitution, we should also have a desegregated military. We'll get back to you on that part.
Oh God.
So Driscoll basically responded to them that your reply doesn't suffice to my liking.
You're right.
And he basically told them it will be necessary for any National Guard units placed under the supervision of New Jersey authority to comply fully with both the spirit and the letter of our Constitution. So basically, if you're playing in our sandbox, you're playing with our rules. Now, the president at the time was Truman. And in February, he instructed the Secretary of Defense to take steps to have the remaining instances of discrimination in the armed services eliminated as rapidly as possible. Basically, New Jersey's letter kind of got things going.
Wow.
And on February 7th, we finally got our reply back from that guy who replied to the governor,
Uh-huh.
Kenneth C. Royal. He said,
Yep.
I recognize the importance to a sovereign state of a constitutional provision such as yours, and I have determined that for the present, Army militia units of New Jersey, again, the National Guard,
Mhm.
if otherwise qualified, will not be denied federal recognition on the ground of non-segregation. So basically, hey guys, you got your Constitution, go at it. You guys are
Oh, good.
non-segregated.
Okay.
So, February 12th of 1948, General Order Number 4 was published, stating, no qualified person shall be denied any military rights, nor be discriminated, I can say the word sometimes, discriminated against in exercise of any military rights, nor be segregated in the militia because of religious principles, race, color, ancestry, or national origin. Basically, they took a line right out of our Constitution and threw it in as this
Yeah.
general order for the New Jersey military.
Huh.
So, New Jersey actually started something here. And what started happening was other states started following, saying, oh, yeah, you know what? We should desegregate our National Guards. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Right. Yeah, they
And
followed
then,
our lead.
exactly, New Jersey led the way,
Mhm.
and the rest of the United States followed suit.
Followed suit. Yeah. Yeah.
So now, President Truman finally, puts it into law that, yeah, we're going to desegregate the military.
Huh.
Yeah, it took a little longer, but New Jersey started the way in 1947
1947. Yep.
because we wrote a new constitution, and we had one little paragraph, one little line in Article 1 of our Constitution that basically changed the U.S. military.
Yeah. That's wow. I did part of history I never knew.
I never knew that either. I just
How did you
happened to be
stumble
looking.
upon it?
It's
Yeah.
like I was looking at things like, oh, okay, historically, what things happened in New Jersey around, like I was looking around Valentine's Day,
Mhm.
and I just happened to go back a couple of days. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, New Jersey history has a lot of just odd things that you never would know unless you actually dig into it.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Even I like I will learn something about New Jersey. I mean, just in my research for this podcast,
Hmm.
well, I'm
Yeah,
almost like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis that I find out something like, oh, is that right?
yeah, here. Let's go over a few of the things that we've learned on our pod. Okay, we've
Mhm.
learned about this now. Like the desegregation of the military, starting with the National Guard.
Right.
Again, going back to Mr. Driscoll, the Garden State Parkway. How long is the Garden State Parkway, Pete? Do you remember?
How long?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Is it more than 368 miles?
No.
Because that would be
Put it this way. What are the exits? Think. What exit were you near when you lived up your way?
that was like what was it? 150?
No.
wanna say.
What do you,
Higher, right?
150? Higher.
178
Little lower.
was lower. 163. Something like that.
No.
I've already
Okay.
forgotten the exit. It's sad that you know. It's sad that you know the exit more than I do.
I was going to say, Pete, it's like, yeah, being that you moved doesn't give you, you
Yeah.
can wipe that from your memory.
I
Yeah,
want to. No
you used to
kidding.
live near the last exit in New Jersey on the Parkway, 172,
172.
which was Montvale.
Hmm.
Yeah, up by St. Joe's, where you went to school,
Yes, correct.
and I did for a year as well. Yeah, it's a little over 172 miles because 172 miles would put it at that exit. But the parkway actually goes and it actually creeps into New York State.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that on an
Yeah,
episode.
there's an actual, basically a little, if they want to call it a little, not on ramp, but they call it that the entrance where then you start hitting the New York Thruway
Mm-hmm.
or and 280 New York Thruway 87 287. Once you hit that little piece there, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, now you're off the parkway, but you actually travel for a tiny bit in New York State on the Garden State Parkway.
And it starts just north of Cape May, the parkway.
Yeah, basically exit 0, which brings us also to one of our old guests. Neil. Why am I blanking on his last name? He wrote the Exit 0 novels.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, my mind is okay. Now I'm yelling at you, and now my mind is going.
Just one of those things that
Neil Cohen. Neil Cohen. Yeah. So yeah, he wrote the Exit 0 novels, and Exit 0, that's Cape May.
There you go.
There's fun little
fun facts.
Memorabilia and things you can get down there that say Exit 0.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But let's see. What are some of the other things that we've learned about New Jersey? How about Paramus? What did we learn about Paramus?
That it has the most malls than any other state in the union. Is that correct?
Well, I don't think it necessarily has the most malls, but it has the most mall activity.
Oh, in terms of revenue.
Yeah. Over $5 billion yearly in revenue, in retail revenue, in the city of Paramus because of the malls. That was Ming joined us for that one.
Yes, right.
And
I believe it though. Even that I've heard story. People from New York City come into Paramus to.
Oh yeah.
Shop,
they cross the bridge to come into. Well, it's a very quick trip, and not just New York City, even from New York State, they come down and actually come into Paramus to go shopping because less tax. Because the sales tax in New York City and New York State.
Well, there's no sales tax on clothing here in New Jersey,
and that's the other big thing. Yes, we don't.
I don't know what the current law is now in New York with clothing and sales tax as to.
Yeah,
at one point it was like if you bought $100 worth of clothing, then there was no sales tax. But I don't know what the current law is on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the current New York law is, but yeah, for ages it's been no sales tax on clothing in the state of New Jersey.
Correct. Yep.
Let's see. What are some of the other things we learned? We learned about the Hindenburg. We learned about the long hot summer of '67. Do you remember that one?
That was that with where we had like power outages?
No.
The long hot summer of '67. Is that correct?
The long hot summer of '67. Yeah, that's where we actually there was a lot of unrest in the United States, and we had the Newark and Plainfield riots.
Okay. Yes.
And let's see.
Good.
you forgot that one.
The title just escaped me.
How about let's see. What are some of the other things that we learned about our Garden State? Let's see. Our state flag has a horse's head on it, but it doesn't stand for the Godfather.
Correct. That's where my mind goes to.
Do you remember do you remember the colors of the New Jersey flag?
Is there yellow in it?
Yes, there's yellow.
All right. Is there green in it?
No.
No, I don't think there's green in it.
No, it's
because we are the Garden State. That's why I mentioned that.
Yes, and
yellow and blue. I don't know.
Yes, yellow and blue. There we go.
Good.
So yes, yellow and blue, or what was the? There's an actual.
They got to redesign the flag, I think.
Oh, what should the new Jersey flag be?
I just want like a big pizza slice because we have the best pizza,
A pizza slice, like an Italian hero, a Taylor ham, egg and cheese, or pork roll, egg and cheese. Right. Again, depending on what part of the state you're in.
we're gonna have two different flags for this.
Yes,
South
yes.
New-
No, North Jersey and South
North Jersey
Jersey.
has the Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, and it'll actually say like THENC.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And let's see, what were some of the other fun things that we learned about New Jersey? We actually have a state dinosaur.
Yeah. Now, I'd be hard pressed to tell you what it was.
It was the Hadrosaurus, because it was found in Haddonfield,
Oh, okay.
Haddonfield, New Jersey, and it was the first mostly complete dinosaur skeleton found.
Interesting. Where is it
Period.
now? Where is that skeleton now?
I think you know what? And we went over this, and I forgot to look back if it's
Okay.
still in Haddonfield itself displayed, or if it's actually like part of the New Jersey thing, or if it went to the Smithsonian. I forget where its
Where it
present
ended
location
up.
is. But yeah, we've learned a couple of things or so about our state. We've learned that Wayne, New Jersey is not named after Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Yes, correct. Right, very good.
It's actually named after General Mad Anthony Wayne from the Revolutionary War.
Hmm.
Yeah, great nickname, Mad Anthony.
Mad Anthony, yeah.
Yes, Mad Anthony Wayne for Wayne, New Jersey. You'll love our prices.
Very nice.
Yes, come to Fountains and Wait. Oh well, I don't think you can come there anymore. But
No.
yeah, we've spoken to some great people from our state. We've spoken to KP Burke.
Yep.
We've
Great
spoken
comedian.
we've spoken to Chris Campana. We've
Mhm.
spoken to Elliot Kalin
Yep,
of
from
the Daily Show and of the comic Maniac of New York and Mystery Science Theater. We've spoken to Todd Frazier, Little League World Series hero.
Yeah.
And also former Yankee, Met,
and
also former Olympian for the for the U.S.
That's
for
right.
baseball.
Last Olympics, yeah.
Yep, last Olympics. Not the one going on right now. Not that one.
No, not that one.
Yes, I don't.
Everyone is tuning in droves to watch.
Yeah, yes, for Orlet, winter baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, he's packed a snowball.
Yeah.
He's given the sign.
Icicle bat that shatters, and impales the first baseman. Well, the pitcher.
But let's see. Yeah, we've talked to Todd. We've talked to Tony. Oh, why is my is it DeFalco? Yeah, I think it's but from A&S Comics in Bergenfield, not Bergenfield, Teaneck, New Jersey, who was one of actually the first like guy that's sold comics like back issues in our state.
Yep, right.
One of the earliest. Yeah, but we've had some good times and learned a lot of things about our state and some of the fun people that are a part of it. Yeah, we've also spoken to our engineer extraordinaire, Mr. Chris Mad, and his band, Cirrus Matters.
Yep.
Also engineer Bain, or should I say Christian Cortez, and his great work that he's been doing, and in fact, also if you haven't gotten his CD In the Key of Christmas.
And
of course,
Wally Van Treek, who managed the
yes, we had Wally Van Treek. Yeah, for the what was it?
The show place in Dover, which was Kirk Hammett's first show at Metallica.
Yeah,
and then everybody played there, right? I mean,
oh my God,
insane.
yeah, the names that we were going through
there were crazy, right?
Oh my God, that was good. We also spoke to
was there. Right?
We also spoke to Mr. Steve Brown of Trickster.
Yep, Trickster, Def Leppard. Yeah,
Trickster, Def Leppard. Yeah, it's like he's and just like some of his the places he started, basically the places we freaking did.
Oh, I tell you, it was so crazy on that show. They're just bonding over like all the places that we would hang out in Jersey, right?
Yep, the like China Club up in Hillsdale.
Yep, exactly.
And also talking about the New Jersey Brotherhood, basically having each other's backs when it came to music, where like he was saying about the LA music scene, like how cutthroat it was, but
Hmm.
in New Jersey, like I forget where he was playing a gig. Was it Central or South Jersey? He was playing a gig and he blew an amp,
Yep.
and Snake Sabo actually ran and got one of his amps, so they could continue.
Crazy,
Snake
right?
Sabo of Skid Row,
Skid
for
Row,
those
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for not counting. Yeah,
He's
so yeah, what's that?
like Steve's now on that Monsters of Rock cruise, which was Alice
Oh,
Cooper.
right.
Alice Cooper is the headliner of that, but he's with Tokyo Motor Fist, which is another great band.
Yes.
And they're whatever. I think they were playing just the other day. Was their gig on that cruise ship. They played yesterday on.
What
I'm
Pete's
like
trying
in
to say is,
another world today, man. I don't know what's going on.
Pete,
Another
get your
planet.
coffee, man. Get your coffee.
I'll get it and I'll be fine. I promise.
But yeah, no, we've learned a lot of great things, and I hope to keep learning more. And also, we also hope to have some other cool guests on our show in the upcoming future.
Definitely, yes.
Before we
Totally.
end, and by
Mhm.
the way, yeah, we're gonna end a little sooner than we usually do, because again, that superb owl must be, we must party for him. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about with the superb owl, go watch the series What We Do in the Shadows.
Then you will understand.
Yes. But anyway, Pete, you have a game for us, don't you?
Yeah, I do. More trivia.
More trivia.
Fun.
Ooh, trivia. Will that will that qualify me to be on Jeopardy or The Chase?
I think so. I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's her name? Miam Blahnik? What was that?
Mayan Bialik.
Mayan
And
Bialik.
yes.
Yeah.
And ever watched
she's
the?
actively searching, for great contestants like yourself. So.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Long Beach Island. We know the very upscale and beautiful Long Beach Island shore community.
And of course, for those in Jersey, we all know it as LBI.
That is correct. So, which New Jersey resort community is the farthest point north on the very upscale Long Beach Island? Is it
Ooh.
Harvey Cedars, Barnegat Light, Ship Bottom, or Surf City? Have you been to LBI? You must have,
many
right?
times.
Yeah,
our friend Chris had a like his family had a summer house down there.
Oh, very good.
So yeah, we used to visit LBI very often. Now let's see. When I would come off the bridge on 72, that put me almost in Ship Bottom. So that is not. So that was sort of in the middle of the island.
Okay, so you ruled that out.
Yeah,
you've got Surf City, Barnegat Light, and Harvey Cedars.
And you're saying most north. Ah, okay.
Farthest point north.
Well, let's see. Barnegat Light. Harvey Cedars is where the nuns have their retirement community or summer community thing. Let's see. But you have the lighthouse near the end there of Long Beach Island. And I'm going to say Barnegat Light.
Nick, you're very good at this game. You are correct. It is Barnegat Light.
Yes. Again, keyword light. Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. Right. Exactly. Northernmost point. Get those ships in. Come on. That giant cruise port on LBI. People coming back from Cozumel. Here's a gimme. Or maybe not. Actually, but this one I'm not going to give you multiple choice. New Jersey ranks third in the production of what?
Horses.
Yeah, you're correct. It is horses. No.
Oh, no. Actually, we are third, I believe, in the United States. In the production.
Okay.
Another thing we learned on a prior episode.
I know. I was going to say, yeah, we did bring that up, that we are third in the production.
Okay, but in the production of.
Well, Yeah, go on.
Or is
I
it
know that's a
like?
very like broad
Yeah, I was gonna
question,
say
isn't it?
in production of are we actually saying like the manufacturing of something, or are we
Think
talking about?
agriculture.
Oh, okay, okay. Production of. Let's see. We are
It's a fruit.
third. Yeah, I'm thinking. It's one of two. I'm gonna say blueberries.
Blueberries. No, but that's a great guess. The answer is actually
Cranberry.
cranberries. Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
That would have been your next answer, right?
yeah. It was one of the two because we're high on both.
Yeah.
But not that we're high on cranberries. Dude, did you ever do a cranberry bong? No,
Crantastic.
we call it the bog bong. Anyway,
Yeah, I got it.
but
Wh- What
what's next?
what state though do you as a bonus question makes the most production of cranberries?
Oh, it's got to be a state with bogs.
Billbogs?
And what's that?
Billbogs?
No, Wade Boggs.
Wait,
Um, and you know what? Just because I said that,
I'll give you a hint, right? Or do you want a
yeah,
hint? They
okay.
they have a very interesting kind of accent. This state.
Hmm. Uh, going by the odd accent you just gave me, is that supposed to be like North Dakota?
No, you're kind of in the right range there. I'll give you the answer. It's Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, and in the words of Bender, she's it. No.
Oh, this one was interesting. I didn't know this, right? So New Jersey, right, along the same lines, is one of the United States' leading producers of which crop? Is it eggplant, pineapples, macadamia nuts, or coffee?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna guess not pineapples.
That's Hawaii's claim to fame.
Yes.
They have the Dole Plantation, in fact, on Oahu. Yep.
Let's see. Let's see. You had pineapples. You had macadamia
Macadamia
nuts.
nuts, another
Yeah,
Hawaii
exactly.
export. Just saying.
Okay. Yeah. The other two were eggplant and what?
Coffee.
And
Coffee.
coffee. I'm gonna go with the eggplant.
You would be correct. The
Yeah.
answer is eggplant. I never knew this.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Hell, I've even grown eggplant in the Great
In the
Garden State,
garden.
in my own garden. It's like, oh no, we've taken on the Mayor Quimby accent.
Now, on the way to Cape May, I saw my dreams come true. Which branch of the U.S. Armed Forces has a training facility in Cape May? Is it
Ooh.
the Coast Guard, the Merchant Marine, the Navy, the Marines?
Oh. Okay, now this is a good one.
Yeah.
Wait, because I know people that have been in the Merchant Marines. And what was the first one was the Coast Guard.
Mm-hmm. And then the Navy and the Marines.
I think the Merchant Marine thing was North, so I'm going to say Coast Guard.
Nick, absolutely correct.
Yeah,
Fantastic. You're doing great. Here, so a little aside, this facility is the only enlisted training center for the Coast Guard in the United States, and enlisted members of the Coast Guard undergo 8 weeks of training here before being assigned somewhere else.
Oh,
And,
wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. And they say that the Coast Guard's presence in Cape May goes back to the 1920s when several Coast Guard cutters were involved in enforcing prohibition that were stationed there.
Right, and we know how well they did.
Yeah. Considering that
to be followed up with a story on Atlantic City and Nucky Johnson.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say because Ming Chen has uncovered all these speakeasies, so
Exactly.
it's like something's not going right for them.
How many do we have left there,
Man,
Pete?
I want to just do one more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay. Boy, here's one that it's not a multiple choice, but this I thought was fascinating. So, in the parking lot of the Lowe's Cineplex on Route 1 in New Brunswick, New Jersey, sits a lone cement sarcophagus raised 7 feet above the ground, surrounded by a chain link fence, and topped by a gravestone engraved Mary Ellis, 1750 to 1828. Margaret Ellis, wife of Jenny A.W. White, 757 to 1850. Elizabeth Margaret Evans, 1813 to 1898. According to New Jersey lore, what hit song was inspired by this gravesite and its backstory? Now,
Ooh.
the clue is actually in this the line I'll read back to you. Surrounded by a chain link fence, topped by a gravestone engraved Mary Ellis, 1750, 1828. Margaret Ellis, wife of. Actually,
Okay.
that's just a red herring, Nick. I was trying to mislead you. No, there is no clue in there. You just have to guess it.
Mary Ellis.
I can give you a like
Oh, how
a
about
big hint.
um? Okay, I'm gonna. But what were the dates again?
Oh, 1750 to 1828 and 1757 to 1850, 1813 to 1898.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a weird limb on this one. Although they're not a New Jersey band, I'm gonna say Proud Mary.
No, that's a good guess though. So the answer, and I'm sure you've heard the song. It's Brandy, You're a Fine Girl.
Oh yeah. My life, my love. It's the sea. Yes. It was used on Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah, you're correct, right.
And
Well, you're good, man. You got those lyrics too, right? What you said, my life, my lover, my lady, and is the
it's the
sea,
sea.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was by crap. I can't remember
Oh,
the
I
artist.
wouldn't even have been able to tell you, prior to hearing that song or
It's like
not hearing this. I mean,
I've heard that song multiple times. You know, like I've heard it before Guardians of the Galaxy too.
yeah,
But yeah, like yeah, I can't remember the
the,
band
yeah.
that
The
did
the
that one.
band was Looking Glass,
Looking Glass. Thank you.
and and,
Yeah,
and
but
crazily, that song was written by a Rutgers student, Elliot Lurie. And it
really,
became I tell you, I'm always learning new things here about New Jersey.
Rutgers, who played the first intercollegiate college football game
Yes, but nice little additional
against
trivia there.
Princeton. Another thing we've talked about.
Right. Um, yeah, so Mary Ellis in that description there,
Mhm.
is the story is that she fell in love with a sea captain who vowed to marry her when he returned from his voyages. Every day she would ride his horse that he left with her and stand at the spot where his grave is now located and look out over the Raritan River to watch for his ship.
Ah,
So that's the little like backstory. That's why
and you said this is in on Route One at the Lowe's
the low Cineplex on Route 1. It's a lone cement
Cineplex.
sarcophagus raised
Yes,
7
with
feet
the
above the ground.
chain link fence
Yep.
around it. Oh, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to visit that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'm saying the connection between such a famous song,
Mhm.
and that marker. Yeah, go
Yeah, yeah,
figure.
yeah. You see, another place I heard that song used was what's it? Mystery Science Theater 3000
Oh, what
with
episode?
it was the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies.
Oh God, that's quite the movie title.
Yes, Crow kept there. It's like, yes, yeah, but again, yeah, my life, my love, my lady is the sea. Yes, it's like he kept going back to that same line over and
Oh
over.
God, that's great. So funny.
But I think this has been a good episode again, a little
Yes,
quicker than we normally do, but
that's okay. It's Super Bowl Sunday. People want to. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, Super Bowl. Okay, I thought it was the Super Bowl. Sorry.
it is the Super Bowl. Sorry,
Yes, and
I
for all those
mispronounced
that
it.
wish to celebrate tomorrow, also a happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Yes.
Um, if you enjoy What Exit Jersey Stories, please drop us a line at whatexitpodcast@gmail.com. You can hit us on Twitter at exit what? Um, again, Twitter, you crazy thing, you. And of course, visit our Facebook page. And please visit the other great pods of A Shared Universe. And if you want to start your own podcast, please. A Shared Universe podcast studio down in Red Bank, New Jersey now. Yes, the great Ming Chen and Michael Zapsik will take care of you and put you in the fine hands of Mr. Chris Madd, Christian Cortez, CJ Cullen, or one of them themselves.
Imagine that.
And you'll get your own podcast going real
That's
quick.
right. Great team to work with.
Oh, definitely. And
Mm.
is there anything that you want to say there, Pete?
No, I don't think so. Just I want everybody to go out there and enjoy the game, whoever you're rooting for. I'm rooting for the Bengals, although yeah, I'm
I,
not going to say anything more than that. I'm
yeah,
rooting for the Bengals.
I'm rooting for 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, and also I think 9-1. Those are the numbers I have in the Super Bowl pool. That's what I'm rooting
Oh,
for.
okay. Yeah, I'm in two pools myself and hoping for the best. Well, good luck. Hope you win.
Yeah, so yeah, I have no I have no dog in this race, but it's so yeah, I just want a good game,
Me
and
too.
I hope to visit the superb owl
Someday, yeah. When the
one
Giants
day.
get in there, then we're going.
Yes, one day when we are worthy, we will be allowed to visit the
In
superb owl.
2055.
All right, well,
Yep.
everyone, for What Exit New Jersey Stories, I've been Nick Franco.
And I'm Pete Riario.
Thank you, everyone. Be safe. Take care.
Adios.